popping up in your yard, maybe on your pizza. But what if I told you that the humble mushroom is one of the most mysterious and honestly misunderstood life forms on our entire planet? Well, today, let's uncover the secret world that's hidden right under our feet.
So, let's just jump right in with a question that seems super simple, but the answer is anything but. Just look at a mushroom. What is it? I mean, really, is it a plant? Is it some kind of animal? Or is it something else entirely?
And this is where the mystery really gets fun. I mean, on one hand, they seem kind of plant-like, right? But they don't do photosynthesis. They don't use sunlight for food at all. In fact, a lot of them just love the dark. And then, get this, they're also weirdly animal-like. They breathe in oxygen and they exhale carbon dioxide, just like we do. So they don't really fit in either box, do they? Well, that's because they aren't a plant or an animal. Nope. Scientists realized they had to create a whole new category. They belong to their very own biological kingdom, fungi. A completely separate third way of life with its own totally unique rulebook for how to survive. So if they're not getting energy from the sun, how do they eat? Well, forget everything you know about eating. Fungi don't have stomachs. Instead, they have this wild strategy where they grow directly into their food, like an old fallen log or something. Then they release these powerful enzymes that dissolve the whole thing on the outside, and then they just absorb the liquid goo. It's kind of like eating your dinner without ever having to put it in your mouth. So we have this totally unique life form, one we think we know pretty well. We see it in the forest, we cook with it, but here's the big twist. That little mushroom cap that we all recognize, it's not the main event, not even close. It's just the teeniest visible part of a much, much bigger story. The real organism is almost completely hidden from view. To really understand what a fungus is, we have to look deeper. We have to go underground. So say hello to the mycelium, this sprawling hidden network of millions of tiny hair-like threads. This is the true body of the fungus. That mushroom you see up top, it's just the fruit, popping up for a little while to release its seeds or spores. The best way to think about it is this. The mushroom is just an apple on a massive, invisible, underground tree. So what is this giant underground network actually doing? Well, it's so incredible that scientists have nicknamed it a natural internet. It literally connects the roots of all the different trees and plants into one huge interconnected community. They actually call it the Wood Wide Web. No joke. And what does this natural internet do? It has 3 mind-blowing jobs. First, it connects pretty much the entire forest floor. Second, it acts as a warning system. Trees can send chemical alerts through the network to warn their neighbors about, say, an insect attack. And third, it's a resource-sharing network. It can move sugars and nutrients from healthy, strong trees to younger or struggling ones. It's a real forest-wide support system. Okay, so now we know what a fungus is, but what does it actually do? Because beyond just connecting the forest, it turns out fungi have some incredible secret powers that are absolutely critical for, well, the entire planet. We can basically break down its most important roles into 3 main superpowers: the master recycler, the medical marvel, and the chemical defender. Let's dig into each one. Okay, first up, the master recycler. And this is a big one. Without fungi, our planet would literally be buried under a graveyard of dead trees. Why? Because they are the only organisms that can break down something called lignin. That's the super tough stuff that makes wood hard. They are nature's ultimate recyclers, turning death back into the rich soil that new life needs to grow. And what about their impact on us, on humans? Oh, it's just monumental. The world's very first antibiotic, penicillin, came from a fungus. This medical marvel has saved countless millions of lives, and it all started with a simple mold. Pretty amazing. Now, fungi can't exactly run away from things that want to eat them. So instead, they became master chemists, and they developed this kind of brilliant, 2-pronged strategy. Some fungi evolved to be delicious and packed with vitamins, basically inviting animals to eat them and spread their spores. But others went the opposite route, creating powerful toxins or hallucinogens to make darn sure that predators learn to stay away. And how do they reproduce? Well, they release millions upon millions of microscopic spores into the air. They're so tiny and light that they can travel all the way up into the upper atmosphere. And here's where it gets truly wild. Scientists have found that up there, these little spores can act as seeds for water droplets to form around, playing a real role in creating clouds and even rain. So when you start to put all these pieces together, the recyclers, the connectors, the chemists, even the rainmakers, a whole new picture starts to emerge. Fungi aren't just some weird organisms, they are fundamental architects of our world. Someone once beautifully described fungi as the silent engineers of the planet. They're working completely unseen, managing the all-important cycle of decay and regrowth. They really are the bridge between life and death itself. At the end of the day, the secret life of mushrooms is all about one thing: connection. They are the great connectors, weaving the entire forest into a single communicating superorganism through that vast invisible network of theirs.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If this incredible, intelligent network is operating silently beneath us all this time, what other secrets are hidden right under our feet, just waiting to be discovered?